rebels of Texas. But that's what happened today. One of the great advantages of having an enterprise like Raging Elephants Radio is that we are gaining listeners every day, and we're gaining credibility, and people are listening. We're building a very faithful audience every single day. New listeners every single day. And very little escapes their attention, especially when they got our back. They understand the spirit in which we operate. So imagine my surprise when my phone starts blowing up. I start getting email from people, text messaging from people. Hey, this guy is attacking you on Facebook. What? For what? What did I do this time? What did I do? So somebody take a screenshot for you. See, what you got to realize is that we are media. Whenever we put out an email, at the bottom of the email, the recent emails, we put our newsletter, our almost daily newsletter. At the bottom, we say, hey, we want field reporters. And some folks have been responding. The point is, we want to grow our sources. We want our eyes and ears to be everywhere. We want to know what the politicians, the plutocrats, the socialists, we want to know what the dark side, those who are corrupted, we want to know what they are doing. We want to ask hard questions, and we want to expose them for who they are, as enemies of liberty. So we got eyes and ears everywhere. So if somebody says something that is critical of RER, or even yours truly, more than likely it's going to get back to me. I'm just telling you guys. I'm just telling you. There's been some of the most vicious rumors that have been started by people in the Tea Party about me that have absolutely no foundation or credibility at all. Such things as I am a convicted felon. Yeah, Tea Party people started that across the state. I am a convicted felon. I have been to jail. I have heard things such as, I am really a Democratic operative. I am just a plant. Huh? I have heard things like, oh, he's just in it for the money. Okay, I'm in it for the money. The kind of money that I just read to you just now, yeah, okay, I'm in it for the money. You have no idea what my salary is for RagingElephantsRadio.com, but let me tell you something. If I was in it for the money right now, man, what some of the employees had to live off, what I had to live off of as far as salary was concerned for RagingElephants.org, are you kidding me? I'm not going to call out people's names, because these are private citizens. And it is a spat between people that, until now, I thought we had mutual reverence. Apparently not. But I do want you to know the kind of mess that goes on. I'm not going to call anybody's names out, because I went tit for tat on Facebook with one of these participants that decided to attack me. And the reason will be clear here in a moment. So let's just call the participants Tea Party leader from South Texas, the Tea Party leader from North Texas. So, North Texas Tea Party leader writes, in addressing South Texas Tea Party leader, your accusation that Empower Texans was bought off is laughable. If that was even possible, the Austin powers that be would have done it long ago, and you would be accusing this very patriotic pack of the same thing. North Tea Party leader is defending their endorsement of Glenn Hager. These accusations that Hager bought off all those endorsements from groups with long histories of ethical conduct are ridiculous. There are Houston-based groups that have histories of questionable practices across many candidates. But it is none of these, and smearing them benefits really corrupt in Austin. The really corrupt in Austin. These groups work to hold accountability. But then, and he gives the Tea Party group, which I'm not going to do. I don't want to drag his name in the mud. I just want to bring something out. I want to illuminate this. I'm not going to call him out. Our little tete-a-tete was on Facebook. It was private. He wanted to make a public posting of it. Why? He is so proud of the fact that he apparently bruised my ego. Oh, retribution will come. Payback is a female dog. Oh, we're going to get into it. I'm full of myself, is what he says to me. Claire, you sure are full of yourself. You sure are full of yourself. Payback. Payback is a female dog. But then and his, Tea Party up there somewhere in North Texas somewhere, got a major unsolicited donation ourselves this time, not from a candidate, to help with the distribution of our multi-group voting guides. So you'd probably consider we were bought off too. Now, the point that the South Texas Tea Party leader was making, that there was some questionable endorsements that we brought up here on Raging Elephants Radio. Questionable endorsements. We showed you and played for you the proof. And so South Tea Party leader, in response to North Tea Party leader, posted RER hot clips, which you can do by going to our archives and using the SoundCloud platform that allows you to paste, to cut and paste, paste and post, whatever, to copy and paste a link to all the clips anywhere you want to, including social media, and that's what South Tea Party leader did. He posted as many of the hot clips dealing with the ludicrous Glenn Hager endorsement by Empowered Texans and YCT for North Tea Party leader to hear for himself. South Tea Party leader posted the hot clips that have Glenn Hager flat out lying about money exchanging hands between his campaign and Young Conservatives of Texas. Flat out lied. How many times have we played it here? How many times do we have to play it here? And so the tit for tat goes on. North Tea Party leader, South Tea Party leader. Finally, North Tea Party leader says, by the way, the guy who runs Raging Elephants is not someone to use as reference of political money. Trust me on that one. Want to talk about his billboards? Okay, so because of us putting up billboards and trying to do what the GOP isn't doing, because of what we are trying to do to expand the liberty movement, because you don't agree with the tactic, which I don't have any problems with. If you don't agree with the tactic, I don't have any problems with you. I don't expect 100% concurrence. For all that has done for good, as far as bringing the message, the media coverage that was received, the conversations that were started, the doors that were knocked on, the empirical data that was attained. I don't see this North Tea Party leader out there knocking on doors in the cold weather like Reed King did in communities of color, identifying hidden conservatives. He's just going to sit back and criticize and say, oh, you're talking about the billboards? And because he doesn't agree with the tactic, he wants to draw into question my integrity. And that's intolerable. It's punkish. With no apology. It's punkish. If you don't agree with the tactic, fine. Say so. I don't expect full concurrence. Maybe you don't want the conservative movement to grow. Maybe eventually you do want Texas to turn blue and be completely socialist. But your disapproval is not a reason to call out my integrity and say I am not trustworthy. Now you're attacking my character. And now it's about to go down. Don't agree with the tactic, fine. And then some other guy that I know comes in and attacks Dave Jennings of Big Jolly Politics. Says Dave Jennings is being funded by the George Soros of Texas, Steve Mostyn. One of the great smears that rhinos and the establishment will do. They'll say, oh, you're backed by a Democrat. Backed by Democrats. all the challengers to the incumbent candidates on the Supreme Court, they're backed by trial lawyers and Democrats. Wait a minute. You're saying David Jennings, who does all of this out of his own pocket for the love of his state, is backed by socialists? Oh, this guy that wrote this, he said, hey, Claver, send me an email. We got to talk about this. And when I call him, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to tell him in defense of Big Jolly. And Big Jolly and I, we have our differences. We've had our differences in the past. But I don't question his heart and his sincerity. Nobody is 100% right all the time. But you call him backed by Steve Mostyn, a demoniac? When I call this guy, and I will, I'm going to tell him on behalf of David Jennings, go straight to hell. Dave Jennings, who's trying to clean up the corruption that's going on across the state, including North Texas, where North Texas Tea Party leader is headquartered. North Texas Tea Party leader is an idiot, moronic, and then wants to question my integrity for the work that we're trying to do. Where were you, North Tea Party leader, when we were out there knocking on doors in your neck of the woods to try to help y'all out up there? If you don't like the tactic, fine. Disagree with the tactic. Do not ever call my integrity, my trustworthiness, into question. What a punk. Let's take this break, be right back to say goodbye, and I hope your weekend will be really nice too. I tell you that right now. I am not finished talking about this. If you disagree with something that we're doing, that's fine. You don't think it's right, you think it's a fool's errand, that's okay, no problem. Tactics and strategies can be disagreed upon. All the work, guys, I've been invited to go back to Rhode Island at the end of April. All the work we did in Rhode Island, knocking on doors in South Providence, Rhode Island, trying to get black folks to vote their values. If you disagree with the tactic, I don't got no problem. If you don't want to participate, I don't have any problem. But you question my integrity because of a tactic? My integrity. My trustworthiness. Oh, no. We're going to town. Yeah, you go fry your bigger fish. It's going to be on you like a mad dog on red meat. Don't mess with a guy that buys ink by the barrel or has a microphone in his hand. G-Rod, Radio Caliente, El Conservador, George Rodriguez is up next from the Alamo City. I'll see you Monday, same bad time, same bad channel, if the Lord Jesus says the same. I know, it needs an enema. We know it, guys. We're going to keep working to make it cool to be in the GOP. The Lord Jesus bless you, and the Lord Jesus bless the Republic of Texas.